concept, the lock and key concept, that was...
For the next 7 minutes, perhaps 7.5, I'm going to talk about something that might be any importance to you. I'm going to talk about health. Now you can decide if it is important to you or not. The lock and key concept. My entire life, I am looking and searching for the right keys. There's a lock. Now, that lock, what is it opening? I'm going to talk about the lock that opens the door to the homeostasis. During this speech, if there's anything that sounds too complicated, please come to me after that and I will explain it to you. The homeostasis means balance, something steady. What is steady? What should be steady? Well, our health, our body temperature, the way we feel. We should always be happy. We should always smile and feel good. It's not natural or normal to feel sick, have any inflammation in our bodies. So finding the right keys, it all started about 25 years ago in Poland, Eastern Europe. Three times I had pneumonia. The very first time, I was about 2 years old. I will not talk anything about this because I don't remember anything. But I definitely know, my mom told me that I spent a couple of weeks in the hospital. The second time, I remember almost every minute. Now, not only at the hospital where I spent 3 to 4 weeks, but when it started. I was lying in bed for a couple of weeks, 3-4 weeks, I couldn't recover, high fever. Well, we went to the doctor, and then there was my mom. After a while, looking at me, she came to me. And this was a time where every time I went to see the doctor, I wasn't a nice kid. I would hide under the table, scream, say, "Mom, I'm not gonna be here. I'm going home, I'm okay. I don't feel sick no more. I don't have to go to school, but I don't feel sick, I'm good." Well, this time, I couldn't hide. My mom told me that, "Son, you have to go to the hospital. We cannot help you at home." The doctor said, "You have to go to the hospital." Luckily, my dad loved me enough to talk to the director of the hospital and reserved one full room for me. So I had my own room, like in a hotel, and there was one bonus. I asked my mom if she can stay with me at the hospital. Well, she said yes. So that helped me a lot. The third time I had pneumonia, I was already 14 or 15, perfectly. Now, I spent the week or two at the hospital right before Christmas. I left the hospital, it was in Germany. I left the hospital on 23rd. And I knew that something needs to change in my life. I was back then already really into sports. I was really into nutrition. And I thought, I know how to do it, how to open the locks to the homeostasis so I feel well. And I don't get sick every 4 weeks. It's tough. 3-4 weeks, always the same. High fever, running nose, impossible. So I start looking and digging deeper, asking more people how they find the right keys to the locks. I came across fasting. Fasting? This was a time when I was really into bodybuilding. I was eating 2 to 3 hours. As a matter of fact, I remember when I was testing fasting, there was a time where I was carrying a couch, working as a mover somewhere in Germany or Switzerland, and I passed out with that couch falling on me. And my dad came and he started giving me some sweets, some cookies, so I feel good again. And this was another sign. Should I give up fasting only because I had this moment? Or should I realize, well, if I cannot live without eating 2 to 3 hours, there is a problem right there. Maybe you should think about this first. That's what I did. I started learning more about carbohydrates, fats, and protein. Carbohydrates are bread, rice, sweets, processed food, cookies, things we usually love. And thinking how maybe they're not so healthy for us. So I came across the state of ketosis, the fat diet. And I've seen amazing results. And this was a couple of years ago. So since then I was continuing that, and I've seen tremendous improvement in my immunity, my immune system. My record until today is about 8 months without getting sick. Now last year, I came across Dr. Raphael Meshulam. He's an Israeli professor. In 1990 discovered something that he calls the endocannabinoid system. Doesn't really have to do anything with cannabis. However, our bodies have receptors, locks, all over our body. In our nervous system, in our immune system, literally everywhere. We have, from our toes to the head, receptors, the locks. Now, what are the keys? The keys are endocannabinoids. Our bodies produce, don't worry, you will not get high on it. You don't even feel it, but yes, they play a role in your health. They produce endocannabinoids. So we know 2-AG, and the second one is anandamide. So if we are healthy, if we are in the state of homeostasis, meaning we feel good, there's no inflammation in our body, our temperature is right, steady, those anandamide, they bind to those receptors. So we have the lock and the key, they bind together, they open the door to the homeostasis. However, sometimes we don't exercise enough. As a matter of fact, we sit most of the day, we don't move around, we don't eat even well. We don't discover what's out there, what the new studies are. And those endocannabinoids are not enough. And we get inflammations in our body. We get pneumonia like I did 3 times already, and we get sick. Now we have to get back to it. So there's a way to find or enhance that process. And those are phytocannabinoids. Like CBD, you probably heard that before. Cannabidiol. Plant, they're coming from the plant. There's just a plant. They grow, they need sun, they need care, they need water. So here I am now standing in front of you, fellow Toastmasters, enjoying health for many months now, and I wish the same to you. Keep searching for the right key. Thank you very much for your time.